I'm gonna do that again. You can just play it so that way. Hi, I'm Chaz Lowder. Welcome to the Half Full Show. This is a show with positive news, some cool stuff, and hopefully a little teeny nugget of some inspiration for your day. We're starting with the cool news. In Tokyo, Japan, they've developed something that maybe you've experienced before. You ever been to Disney World or, you know, an amusement park? Maybe you've sat in one of those chairs that rocks you all around with a movie and they shoot fire at you, maybe some water occasionally. And in the past, they had tried to do things with smell. In old theaters, they would put little patches of scents and blow fans over them, but it didn't quite work well in Japan. They've broke the barrier. They've developed smell-o-vision using something that, you know, you print stuff on every day. Inkjet technology. They've filled those little cartridges with scents, and then as things happen on TV, they shoot little scents out. So if you are watching your favorite cop drama like CSI, you can actually experience the crime scene. Yee. Let's try that again. Let's say you and your family's having a regular day, some commercials come on, you zoom out, and suddenly the dog is going crazy in the living room because he can smell fried chicken and you want to run down to the KFC. That's the hope, that's the idea. A new way for sensory overload. Every other week there is a new way, a new thing that says, oh, this is the latest, greatest way to get healthy, to lose weight. And you've heard them, South Beach diet, Atkins diet, just good old-fashioned diet and exercise, but something rarely considered. Our friends, like the Joe Cocker song says, get by with a little help from your friends, and your friends are definitely helping you. If you don't have a good social network of people around you, it's like the equivalent of smoking 15 cigarettes a day, the study shows, being obese, being an alcoholic, or not exercising at all. Now, the study doesn't differentiate between bad relationships and good relationships because, like the study says, we're fish in water. The fish don't recognize the water. We're people. We're meant to interact socially with each other. In fact, it says when we socially interact, it gives us a sense of purpose in life. So the moral of the story is you need to send out a few friends requests today, and you can start with mine. Whether you know a lot about sports or you don't, and I certainly don't know a ton, this week you might have heard about this guy Randy Moss. He played on the Minnesota Vikings. He's a wide receiver, and before that he was with the Patriots. Well, earlier this week, the Patriots and the Vikings were playing a game. Well, I suppose this last week. And after the game, it was a terrible loss for the Vikings. Randy Moss comes into the area with the press. He's going to do the press conference, and he proceeds to tell them how wonderful his previous team, the Patriots, are, and how their coach is the greatest coach ever, and just how they're just a much better organization. Well, this didn't sit really well with the Vikings. In fact, after just 4 games with them, they said, you know, your services are no longer needed. So since most of us aren't multi-million-dollar athletes, even so, I think there's a moral of the story here for all of us, and that's simply this. And this is not original to me, but it's that we're hired for our skills, and Randy Moss can catch a ball and run like a deer. So since most of us aren't multi-million-dollar athletes, even so, I think there's a moral of the story here for all of us, and that's simply this. And this is not original to me, but it's that we're hired for our skills, and Randy Moss can catch a ball and run like a deer. Except for a deer really can't catch, but he can run fast and he can catch a ball. But we are fired for our character, or lack thereof. And your mom, your dad might have said this to you growing up, and I think it's totally true. Bad company corrupts good character. And I think that was the Vikings being a little proactive, going, you know what, we got a cancer in our midst, and we got to get rid of it. So for us, for today, maybe hopefully that's a little inspiration. It kind of ended a little negative, I know, but I think the moral is maybe defriend a few people and send out a whole bunch of friends requests today.